Alright folks, in the previous video we right-clicked and made a new blueprint of the widget class, and we double-clicked it, we opened it, we added a new canvas panel, and then added a new text box, and we typed "Hi Mom," and we left all the settings alone for now. We did a bunch of other stuff in the level blueprint, and here's the magic sauce, and we added a new variable of my widget class, whatever you called it, and gave it a new name. I should have called it current widget, but I like the widget now. And that's what the code looks like. When you hit play, add this widget that says "Hi Mom" onto your screen overlay. Well, what are we going to do now? We are going to make it count the coins for us, okay? First up, I want to show you some of the things you can change on this. You can just drag this stuff around. It's not the best way because it's leaving it anchored. And here, let me give a quick explanation of why anchors and padding and all this stuff is so important in modern user interface displays. Every device is different. Now, not everybody owns an iPhone or a Samsung or an Android of some kind. And the display sizes, people have bigger TVs, smaller TVs, tablets. Every screen is different, and it's cool that we have that much flexibility, but it makes it really hard on text because you don't know where to position it or stuff like that. So you go from absolute positioning that I want exactly right here at this pixel point to relative positioning. It's like, well, I want it 25% over depending on the display, and there's dangers of both. The danger of a relative positioning is if your text is too big, it might push it off the screen and you wouldn't know what to do with it. So let me just summarize that by saying you could drag this, but we're going to leave it there ish. I'm going to undo a couple times actually, several times, and I'm going to go over to the anchors. Now if you can't see anchors, you need to have your text selected that you dragged out, and you are going to drop down anchors, click the anchors word, and there's a shift option and a control option. You could click one of these. What does it do? I'm going to go bottom left on this one. I just want to show you that you can go bottom left. And that changed my anchor point. So this guy is anchored here, and it's forced up to the top of the screen, or that far. Now, I'm going to basically just hold Shift and click on the bottom left one. A lot of times you'll do centering or right side or something like that, but I'm going to go bottom left here. Shift will update the alignment, and that forced it up. I'm going to undo that real quick. I'm going to instead do Control, click on the bottom left to update the position of this text. Okay, cool. So now what? Anchor bottom left, I'm going to hold Control or Shift click. And now I'm going to do it again, Control click. Okay. And there's a whole bunch of things that can go wrong. Your text could be underneath, and you might have to Shift click or Control click again, but I'm doing bottom left every time, and it's your choice if you want to do a little bit different. Now, if I scooch this up, and you can do the center, you can do the bottom right or anywhere, obviously. I am going to drag this up and right a little bit so it's not at the very, very bottom left, and that's a little bit, that's not padding, but it's a relative from that anchor point, okay? So that's a certain amount of pixels or percentage, position X right there. That is the positioning, right, if I change that. So there's a whole bunch more to learn, but I think we can get away with that for the basics, okay? If yours doesn't work, I have a longer 6-minute video that explains more about this. But let's change the color. I'm going to try to match my coin color or whatever I'm doing. I'm going to change "Hi Mom," wherever the heck that was. I missed it. I need to click back on my text and change "Hi Mom" to coins, :0. Now, it would be nice if I could just make this work by appending text and stuff like that every time my coins changes. We're going to do it a different way. And basically this is going to turn into just 0, 1, 2, 3 in a second. We're going to have two texts or two objects by each other, one that says coins and one that has the value of coins. But for now, we'll leave it like this, and I'll show you more in the last video. So here we go. What do we do with coins? Well, logically speaking, every time we get a new coin, we want to change the coin's value. Now, there's probably a few ways to do this, but I think the best, tightest way in Unreal is through a thing called text binding or variable binding. So the text says coins, :0, but we want to actually bind that to something. So we have to create a new binding. We're going to hit this plus button, and it takes us to a weird place. We're outside of the event graph for the widget. So I guess I really should show you this. There's a designer for the widget, for the UI, and that's where we place our text and our objects and stuff, right? There's a graph for the code, and the graph has two parts. The event graph, when I click on a UI object or when something happens, and we're going to leave most of these alone right now. we're instead just going to worry about this get text and return node. And this is one of the few times we actually mess with the purple stuff, the constructors and stuff in Unreal Blueprints. So what do we want to do? Oh, sorry, if we had buttons or text input fields, this is the place we would handle. If we wanted to choose a player name or send a chat message in a game, we would handle all that right here. But in this case, we're doing something weird. We are tying this get text to the text on our widget. Okay, well, let's go do it. We're going to drag off of here, and we have to be able to fetch the variable off of our player character. If you remember, in our third-person blueprints, or wherever your character blueprint is, in a previous video, we added coins, integer coins variable by hitting plus here, and that's what we want to check. We want to basically have the coins go straight into our widget right here, 0, 1, 2, 3, every time we get a coin, right? Let's go do it. We're going to get on the graph, the purple get text. Remember, I got here by clicking, sorry, I'm kind of killing the punchline. I got here by clicking bind on the text for this, and notice I can't type in here anymore, and it says get text there, so that's where my connection is to the graph, the purple get text part. Well, let's go get it. Drag off of here. Third person character. Now, if yours is something else, first person, VR, Vive character, or a Paragon character, something, you want to make sure you get the right character that has your coins variable. And what do we do next? We, as a third person character, we're going to get coins, or whatever the variable name is. If it's health, ammo, gems, whatever it is, get that variable and do what with it? Well, we're going to plug coins in as the return value for the text. Sorry, this is kind of clunky. Very ugly here. Let's drag this up. There we go. And now I'm going to connect coins. Green to pink isn't going to quite work. It's going to have to convert for me, so I get a little ugly converter there. I'll just try to drag it a little bit so you can see. And let's line this up a little bit, and I'm just going to drag a box and hit C, and I'll just remind myself that this plugs coins in for text in my HUD or my UI, whatever. Okay, let's see if it actually does. Oops, we got an error here. Oh, it's asking what object there is. So where are you getting this third person character from? We have to right click and type get character, get player character, okay? And that blue thing there is going to go in for the object. And player 0 is the first gamepad plugged in. If you're doing a split screen multiplayer game, a local couch multiplayer game, you'd put 0, 1, 2, 3 for the players 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's compile it again and see if we got rid of that error. We did. And we don't know if it's going to work until, and I'll take a screenshot of this and put it in the folder for you. Let's go back to our game and hit play. And remember, our level blueprint has the thing that puts this HUD up there. And let's go hit play. What should the coins be? Well, it's 0 because that's the count of coins. And then I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. Something died. I got to pause and see what I did wrong. Well, somehow I got disconnected on my coin pickup. That little white line wasn't there. So I don't know. I don't remember when I did that, but now. Okay. So let me just point out the coins 1, coins 2, the print thing that's in our pickup. That's kind of a hack. Printing strings to the console at the top left. That's kind of a hack. We want a modern look, or a better looking game that has the stuff we need on our user interface, our UI, or our player HUD. So that's a good start. Now that it works, we want to clean it up a little bit. Now, what I was hoping to do was to be able to open our HUD, sorry, our widget, and somewhere in there, every time we get the pickup, to be able to append coins colon there, right? To say append. I could type string append, and it would work, but it's ugly. Let's do a little hack right now, and then we'll fix it. We're going to right click and type string append. And we want to go coins colon, just like we did in the other one. Don't do this. I want to just prove that it works, and then we could get that value of coins and plug it in there. Okay. And then that could be the text that we return. All right. Oops. Sorry, it's a little bit ugly. I'm going to undo this, though, because I don't like doing it this way. I'll explain why soon. But if I plug that in there, it converts it twice. It converts coins to text, and then text to string. So there's a lot of conversions going on. It's kind of ugly, but it does work. You can do that and hit play. Okay, so that's one way. I just wanted to show you, and I should tighten this up a little bit. I'm going to undo. I don't like that necessarily. I'll show you how to fix it in the next video. So I'm going to get rid of that. Boom, boom, boom. That's going to be the screenshot you get, is how to just go 0, 1, 2, 3 every time you get a coin. All right. So we'll see you in the next one, and hopefully that made sense.